Mr. Chair and members, international child abduction is a serious and growing problem that continues to harm parents and their children. In 2010, the U.S. State Department reported 2,488 children were abducted to other countries from the United States. In 2011, according to my local district attorney's office, there were 60 parental abduction cases involving 84 children opened in Orange County alone. In response to this, I have introduced SB 1206, or Case K's law, to help further prevent or deter abductions here in California by building on the existing framework. SB 1206 would restrain the parties involved in a custody dispute from applying for new or replacement passports for their child or children if an abduction takes place. That's kind of hard to say. The bill would also allow the court to order a freeze on the California assets of the party alleged to be in possession of the child. The committee has noted several recommended amendments that I'm glad to accept as author amendments. I will now turn it over to Randy Collins, a left-behind parent whose life was changed by the abduction of his son, Case K.
Please. Good morning. My name is Randy Collins. On March 3rd, 2003, at 3:03 p.m., my son Keisuke was born. Greatest joy of my life. Over the next few years, the marriage started to deteriorate, and we were seeking a divorce. I was one of those, it didn't work out, you go your way, I go mine. Time with my son, and we're good to go. We started divorce proceedings in March of 2008. In April, I started to notice some things were wrong. Found out that she had stolen over $200,000. I'd gotten a restraining order. The judge had issued an order saying that my son was not supposed to be taken out of the county, the state, or the country. On June 13th, 2008, the judge reissued that order again that she wasn't supposed to leave the county, the state, or the country. The judge issued an edict saying that she was to turn over the passports to the Japanese consulate. I didn't know any different. This was all new to me. I asked my attorney what I'm supposed to do. I was told I was supposed to call the consulate to get the passports turned over. I called the Japanese consulate. They told me that they're not going to take the passports, that they're Japanese citizens and free to do whatever they want. I had stated that my son was born in the United States, born in Orange, California. He's an American citizen. He said he didn't care. 3 days later, my son was gone. They didn't turn over the passports. There was no enforceability by the courts to take the passports. And that's one of the biggest problems. This is a form, California form, FL 341B. That on the first page has 17 check marks. If the judge and my attorney at the time had filled this out, 11 out of the 17 check marks would have been done. And number 7, it states that the parent is not supposed to get any new birth certificates, not to be issued any school records, and this is where the judge can put down to turn over the passports. The problem is nobody wants to take the passports. The judge can say, turn over the passports, but the courts don't want to take the passports. The marshal doesn't want to take the passports. The police don't want to take the passports, and the lawyers don't want to take the passports. We need somebody to take the passports. In 2011, statistic that just came out this past week by the Department of State, 1,728 children were internationally parentally kidnapped. We need preventative measures from the state level to stop this from happening. It's happening far too often. Japan is the #1 offender of international parental abductions in the world. No child has ever been returned by the Japanese government. ever. I have not seen or heard from my son. A week ago, last Friday, was 4 years. The last words I heard from my son was on Father's Day, when I said, "Thank you for spending Father's Day with me, Keisuke. Love you. See you tomorrow. Love you too, Daddy." That's the last words I heard from my son. And this issue is getting worse. Unfortunately, what happens is, in cases with Japan, they claim domestic violence or domestic abuse. The problem with that is its allegations. The United States has due process laws, and domestic violence is a terrible thing, and whoever is doing it should be punished to the utmost. But the problem, especially when it comes to Japan, there's never any proof. There is just an allegation, and if the child has already been taken, all we can get is a sorry. We blew it.
Thank you for your testimony. Others in support of the bill. Witnesses here in opposition to the bill. Is there a motion on the bill as amended? It's been moved and seconded. Are there questions or comments for Ms. Walters? Ms. Huber.
I just have one question. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your story with us, and I'm going to support the bill today. But I do have a question. In the case of Japan, if the court had taken the passports, what would have prevented the mother from just reapplying for a new Japanese passport?
The Japanese government 2 years ago issued a proclamation that there were going to be no new passports issued without both parents signing.
Regardless of citizenship?
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Other questions or comments? The bill is proposed to be amended and pertains to the application for passports. Ms. Walters, do you wish to close?
Respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Call the roll.
Fear.
Aye.
Fear, aye. Wagner. Wagner, aye. Atkins. Atkins, aye. Dickinson. Dickinson, aye. Gurrell. Gurrell, aye. Huber.
Aye.
Huber, aye. Jones. Monning. Monning, aye. Wachowski. Wachowski, aye. Lowenthal.
Bill is out.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Mr. Chair. Thank you, member.
All right.